Oh my god, he's vlogging. Hello, people of the internet. This is a vlog with no particular direction or topic. I simply want to talk, which is where vlogs kind of get difficult. Where you want to say something, but you're not sure what to say. Let me just think of what I should be saying in this vlog, and maybe it'll come to mind. Maybe I'll just know what to say. Oh, you know what? I'll just talk about my day, because that's all a vlog is. It's a journal, and that's what I like my vlogs to be. So, should I do the whole thing in this accent? I think I will until I get tired of it, just to entertain myself. See, I couldn't do the accent there. I should have said myself or something, but I was like myself. I'm not British. This isn't a real British accent, no matter how good it sounds. I'm just having fun. Anyway, so I got up this morning. I had the weirdest dream. Had like all these pictures of death that I drew, but I didn't actually draw them. I drew them in my dream. They were part of my history in my dream, but I never actually drew them in real life. But in my dream, it seemed like they were things I'd actually drawn. I'm an artist. I like to draw. I've drawn many things, but I've never drawn the things that were in this dream. And in the dream, I had drawn them. So it was really strange. It had a whole bunch of messed up history, and I think my mother was trying to kill me, and I think I was trying to kill her too. I don't know why, because we were friends in my dream, and we were still trying to kill each other. It was a pretty fucked up dream. Tell you how fucked up it was. It ended up with like three like fetus-looking things trying to kill each other. And when I say fetuses, they weren't like normal fetuses, like an undeveloped baby. They had like full-on facial features and human features of a human baby, but they were like smaller and more proportioned, strangely, almost like a fetus, almost like a less than fully developed baby. It was really fucked up, and it scared me a lot, but not too much because I knew it was a dream, so it wasn't that bad. But I got up. I had gone to bed at 4 p.m. really early, and I fell asleep and I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and that was. I thought I was up after that. I thought I was going to stay up after 5:30 in the morning because I had slept since 4 p.m. It had been uh, 13 hours of sleeping, but then that wasn't good enough, so I went back to sleep, and I woke up about 6 or 7 by the time I finally got up, and I went outside for a moment just to see what it was like outside. And it was a bit cold, but it was very nice. The humidity was at the perfect level, and I just felt that the air pressure was extremely pleasant, and there was a nice taste in the air. It gets a good taste to it when it's a really nice day, and it wasn't that it was an exceptionally warm or sunny day. It was just a type of weather I find nice. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. It was a little cold, but it's like it's still winter's still ending, so it was okay that it was cold. Put my warm jacket on, and I went outside with my warm hoodie, I should say, or my warm sweater. Put my warm sweater on, and I went outside, and I walked, and I went across the walking bridge, and then I followed that street that goes from the walking bridge. I followed it all the way down until I got to a point where it sort of went on an angle, and it didn't go straight anymore. And I followed that angle until I found another street going back the way I came, or similar to the way I came, and that took me further down the street that I had passed on my way out there, and I was a few blocks away from where I had started when I did meet back up with the street I was on again, with the street that leads back to the walking bridge. And so that took me maybe an hour or an hour and a half. How would a British person say that? An hour? No, an hour or an hour and a half. Yeah, something like that. An hour or an hour and a half by the time I got back home. It was probably a little over an hour and a half actually by the time I actually got back in the door. Um, and I called my mum, called my mother, and spoke to her for a couple of minutes. She was busy. She was getting ready for church. And I started making breakfast, and I called another friend. I had a very good breakfast. I had this meal I've been making because because I'm poor. Uh, it's 4 eggs, and then I put uh, red pepper and onion and what was the third? Mushrooms. Yes, red pepper, onion, and mushrooms, and I mix it in with the egg. Then I take the egg and I also add chili powder and cayenne flakes. And then once it's all mixed up together, I put it in a non-stick pan, and I just let it all cook up into almost like an omelette. It's just like an omelette actually, except it has no milk in it, so it's not technically an omelette. And then normally I would cut it up and put it on tortillas with hummus and lettuce. But I was all out of tortillas. I'm all out of taco shells. So I just ate it like an omelette. Actually, ate it like a salad. Yes, it was like a salad. I put the cut up bits of egg with the vegetables in it, and I mixed it with some shredded lettuce. So uh, I'm starting to get tired of the British accent. Um, um, yes, and I called a friend and I talked to her for a while, and I started playing a video game when I was talking to her, and then stopped playing. Well, I kept playing the game after I was done talking to her, and then I don't know what I did after that, but I remember I got. Oh yes, I remember now. I got bored, and I decided I wanted to go out again because the first time going out was exciting. So I walked down to the Tim Hortons as a cafe, and I bought a coffee. Now I wouldn't normally do that. It might sound like something someone would normally do, but lately I haven't been able to stomach coffee as strong as what they serve at the coffee shops. And it did do a number on my stomach today. I just ordered a small coffee with 4 creams because the cream sort of fights the acidity of the coffee and makes it easier on my stomach. But it still threatened to come back up later. But I saw a friend there. I don't know if I should call her a friend or not. She I didn't talk to her much. I just said hello, and she was with a friend, so I didn't want to bother her. I don't know her that well. I probably shouldn't mention her name, but it was a friend, and I'm not just because of recent interactions we've had on Facebook. I don't know if there was any hostility at the time, so I didn't want to impose because she was with a friend. I didn't want to go sit with her, so I just sat off to the side, and there was this woman, this very gorgeous, uh, sort of mystical looking woman who was native, and I really wanted to talk to her, but I didn't. I locked eyes with her a couple times, and that was very nice. I hope I see her there again. I want to go to this Tim Hortons more in hopes of seeing this woman again. But we sort of exchanged a couple smiles with each other, and I thought she was just excellent. I really want to get to know her, but I don't know if I should. I talked to my mother about it after I called her on the phone again, and she said sometimes all you have to say is hello, how are you? So maybe next time I see this woman, I'll try saying hello, how are you to her, and see if I can build on that. Don't want to be nervous because I don't know if it's worth investing anything in, especially my emotions, because once you invest your emotions, you can get hurt. But I would like to get this woman's attention, and perhaps next time I'm there, I can buy her a coffee or something, or a donut. I don't know. But she seemed quite nice. Something about her face and the way she was smiling just said something to me, something wonderful. Some new force I've never seen before. Something more powerful than all the magic I've seen. A different kind of magic, yes. Some say, well, I'd say even that love is a different kind of magic. Something infinitely more powerful than a simple spell. Yes. Something wonderful about this woman. I'd love to find out what it is. I hope she'll find me worthy of her. Yes. But anyway, eventually I did come back home from the Tim Hortons, and I ended up. Yes. On the way home, I stopped at a video game store. Well, at a game store. It's not just video games. And talked to my friend who owns the store. And we ended up discussing something about video games that I had that I wanted to sell. So I left there and I came back home. I live very close to the video game store. And I came back home over the walking bridge again, and I went and I got... Oh boy. I went and I got out my bag of games, and I went through my video games, and I have Tekken 6, and I have Street Fighter Collection, and I have Overlord 1 and 2, and I have all these games. I actually had 27 games that I was willing to part with, and 30 games that I was not willing to part with. Among those that I would not part with was Link's crossbow training for the Wii. If you play Link's crossbow training for the Wii, you can unlock the crossbow in Twilight Princess for the Wii. I'd imagine that would be quite excellent because I'm assuming that the crossbow acts like a first-person shooter type apparatus. Oh my god. I'm feeling a great tiredness come over me. Anyway, I sold the games and I didn't sell all of them, he wouldn't buy all of them, but I made $48, and then I came home first, but then I went out to Subway and spent $12 on a sub, and then I went to the convenience store because the grocery store was closed, and I bought burger patties and bread. And then I called my mother again, and I spoke about the events of the day with her, and the mystical-looking native woman I saw, and I've just been sitting around here. I beatboxed. I did some beatboxing for YouTube, and I also did some beatboxing on my tablet's internal memory that I'm not uploading at this time, because I don't think I can upload audio files to YouTube. But I recorded a rap. Well, no, I didn't record a rap. That's a whole different issue. I recorded a beatboxing track, or at least a practice version of it, It sounded pretty dope. Um, and it's just an idea for the background music for a rap about Fable and Fable the Lost Chapters for the Xbox, and also possibly Fable Anniversary for the Xbox 360. And Lord willing, I don't know to say Lord willing because I don't believe that the Lord's will is what does things. Um, uh, but should it be allowed by the circumstances, I'd like to also beatbox some Fable 2 and Fable 3 music, but I've got to get Fable down pat first. I believe that's all I'm going to talk about on this particular vlog. I'm just talking to bring the vlog back, and hopefully in the future I can think of actual topics to talk about, because I'd like to make my vlog more how would you put it, dynamic. I don't know how to say. I don't know how to say dynamic. I can't say dynamic with a British accent. Comes out dynamic, and like, what's a dynamic? Dynamic. I was thinking for a second it could be a funny thing with Piccolo, but it can't. It's not funny at all. That's about it. For the rest of the night, I'm probably just going to sit around. I might actually make another YouTube video. Oh my god, 17 minutes. Alright, this video's got to end here. Thank you to all my viewers, and please leave a like or subscribe if you like this video. I've got a lot of videos already uploaded, so if you want to check out my other stuff, go ahead. But I I strongly recommend that you watch them in chronological order, because they're filmed in chronological order, and it is a vlog, so it does sort of progress over time. If you don't want to watch them in chronological order, I think I got a playlist called Interesting, where it just has like certain videos that I think you want to see if you don't want to watch all of them. But each one has a different significance, some less than others, but I sort of had some philosophy type things going on for a while there, and it makes more sense if you watch them in order. I'm not sure what's what, because in all honesty, only about 30% of the videos I shot actually got uploaded, because there was just so many issues, and I had, at the time I was trying to put Linux on my computer, and I kept having to wipe my hard drive and restore everything, and I lost probably about at least 12 hours of video that never got uploaded. So there's some good stuff that never got on there, and there's some really shitty stuff that I'm actually glad never got on there. So take a look. I'm sure there's something to interest you. Yeah, it's my life, so it's not like it's. I hope it entertains you, but it's not really for your entertainment. It's more like just the way my life is, and me living. And the videos are not edited, so you get to see everything that happens. And yeah, and now I'm running to 19 minutes. It's almost been 20 minutes, so this time I really am going to cut it short. And um, keep on rocking in the free world.